NDSU football is going into the second week of FCS Playoffs. The Bison defeated the Eastern Washington Eagles 42-20 last Saturday. Most aspects of the team played well, but they could not have had such a great game without the strength of the defense. The Bison did not allow the Eagles to put up a single point in the second half. The team got some momentum going into halftime and were able to carry that to the end of the game.
Big sack by Tony Pierce right before the half, which put him out of field goal range. That would have been a monstrous field goal. The interception early in the second half, the two punts that we forced them. We talked early in the week and all week long. We just had to create some stops.
On the offensive side of the ball, nothing new really happened. Freshman quarterback Cam Miller started and stayed in the whole game. Although he didn't have many passing yards, he had no interceptions or sacks and ran the ball in for a touchdown twice. Freshman Dominic Ganella had an outstanding game with 20 carries for 163 yards and 2 touchdowns. Redshirt freshman Jalen Bussey returned from an injury several weeks ago and had a great comeback. He had 13 carries for 143 yards. The strength of the offense this season has been the run game led by those 3 key underclassmen.
On the defensive side, Sam Houston's caused some issues for some people. I think they're the #1 team in the country in regards to rushing defense. They're very active up front. They've improved since the last time we've played them in 2017 up front at the defensive line, even though back then they had a draft pick that played against us back then. But I think they're improved up front, which is going to have to be, it's going to be one of our areas of strength, or the ones that we like to consider are the Rams and Crew Chiefs against their area of strength.
The Bison travel down to Texas this weekend. They will take on Sam Houston State in the FCS quarterfinals. The Bearkats are 7-0 compared to NDSU being 7-2. Sam Houston is coming off of a win over Monmouth 21-15. The Bison lead the series over the Bearkats 5-1, with their only loss being on the road in Huntsville. However, both teams are much different this season than they were during their last matchup.
They need to continue to have success because that's our depth right now. Our young guys are our depth, and it's been a good thing. It's been a growing. There's been aches and pains, growing pains at time with playing a lot of young players, but it'll all pay off in the long run.
While the current team is focusing on winning this weekend, alumni Trey Lance is looking forward to his career in the NFL. Lance was drafted in the first round last night to the San Francisco 49ers. He was the 3rd overall pick behind quarterbacks Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson. 2 other NDSU alumni, Dylan Raduns and Jabril Crocs, are still hoping to get drafted. No matter what number pick they end up being in this draft, they continue the trend of NDSU getting national recognition.
Probably, hopefully it'll open some eyes and generate some interest in some young men that are trying to decide between maybe another mid-major besides NDSU.
Kickoff is at 2 p.m. in Huntsville, Texas at Bowers Stadium. ESPN will be covering the game nationally. Should the Bison win, they will play the winner of the UND-JMU game, which starts at 5 p.m. Saturday. Be sure to tune in and support the team from the other side of the country. For the Bison Information Network, I'm Alex Dusky.